and maybe lose a bit of weight. And that'd be great.
We can do that. So what we'll do to start with, I'll ask you a few questions regarding what you've eaten in the last 24 hours, what your current weight is, and how we can sort of go about that. Okay? And if you have any health concerns that we need to worry about. Okay? So, do you know what's your current age?
51.
51? And do you know how much you may weigh?
90 kilos.
Yeah? And how much do you want to lose? Well, what's your goal?
I guess realistically, start off like 10 kilos.
10 kilos? Yeah.
80 kilos, that'd be good to start with.
That's realistic. Do you have any other health concerns?
No.
No?
No, everything's fairly good, but I guess if I keep going the way I am, you have problems with blood pressure and everything. At the moment, everything's good.
Everything's good. When was your last checkup?
Probably 4 months ago.
4 months ago? Yeah. And they did blood pressure and cholesterol and all that? Yeah.
Everything's good.
Everything's good. Good. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to go through the last 24 hours of your diet. Okay? So what time do you have breakfast?
About 7:30.
And what time do you wake up?
Well, I normally get up at 5:30 and well, I've just started working out, so from 6 to 7 I'll work out.
Yeah? Every morning?
Three times a week.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you have for breakfast?
Normally I have Dick Smith's, I think it's called Aussie Bush cereal.
Yeah.
So it's like a muesli sort of stuff, just with skim milk and a cup of tea with milk and honey. That's for breakfast.
Okay, so do you know how big your muesli is? How much of it?
I've never really measured it.
Do you fill the bowl right up to the top? No? Probably about halfway?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And then how much milk do you have on top of that?
I'll just cover it. So, I don't know how much milk would it be? I should measure it, shouldn't I? Yeah.
It will help, so we might start measuring our food from now on, which will help you realise, because a lot of people that don't measure their foods, to start with, they overeat. So you'll find, once you start measuring foods out properly, and you'll realise, wow, I have really been eating a lot. But I'll show you how to read your food labels properly so you know how much you should be eating. Definitely with your Dick Smith muesli. If you change to a different muesli, they'll have different portion sizes as well. Okay. And then do you normally have morning tea?
Yes, normally just have a coffee.
Coffee? Sugar or?
1 sugar and skim milk. And it would be 4 Sayos with butter and Vegemite. And sometimes a banana or some little piece of fruit. Generally a banana.
And what time is that normally?
10.
10, yeah. Now, do you have lunch?
Yes.
And what time would that roughly be?
1 o'clock.
Yeah. What do you normally have? Or did you have yesterday, sorry?
Yesterday we went out, so I had a lamb roast.
Lamb roast, nice.
It was nice. Normally if I'm at work I'll have, started having like chicken salads or sometimes like a ham salad sandwich.
Yeah, they're good options. So you think lamb roast was a bit, that's not what you normally eat?
No, it was it's a weekend, so we went out for lunch.
So how much chicken do you normally have in your salads?
Normally I cook one piece of chicken breast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I normally make up like a tub of salad, and it has like lettuce and tomato and cucumber, and then the chicken.
So you meal prep, yeah?
Yep.
Very good. Now, do you have afternoon tea?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes just a cup of tea with milk and honey, and sometimes I have a piece of fruit.
Yeah.
Or a protein bar.
Okay, so then what did you have for dinner yesterday?
Well, yesterday, because we had lamb roast for the lunch, we had, I think I had some raisin toast actually.
Raisin toast?
With butter, yeah.
How many slices did you have?
2.
And what time was that?
7 o'clock.
So what would you normally have?
Well, through the week we normally have meat with veggies, sweet potato, or potato, peas, corn.
Very good. So how much protein would you say? Because do you have meat every night, or do you change it?
No, I change it. So sometimes we'll have meat, sometimes we'll have chicken.
And how big do you think those servings would be roughly?
As in a piece of meat?
Yeah.
Well, I normally like Scotch fillet, so it's probably
as big
as my hand.
And how much veggies would you have?
I like veggies, so 2 cups.
2 cups?
Yeah.
Do you normally eat anything after tea?
Before I go to bed, I'll have a cup of tea.
Cup of tea?
And sometimes a Vicky. Most times a Vicky.
What time is that normally?
8:30.
What time do you normally go to bed?
9:30.
So, looking at this and what our goals are, I think we should probably start measuring you. So we get a tape measure and we'll take body measurements of you, and you'll feel that your clothes are getting looser and stuff as well as you lose weight. That's your best way of doing weight loss, as you can see yourself. Regarding our food though, we can make some alterations. Breakfast at the moment is pretty good. As I said, we'll teach you how to read the label properly, and you'll learn how to measure out your food properly. You'll probably find you're having too much muesli. But other than that, looks very good. We'll just have to reduce that sizing.
That's probably the same with most of that, is it, you reckon?
Probably. You probably find that you overeat because you don't measure it out properly, which is very common in a lot of people. They eyeball it, and they go, oh, that looks alright. Your morning tea is pretty good. You've got your fruit there, and your sayos with Vegemite are okay as well. I wouldn't necessarily have them every day, but that's pretty good. Your chicken salad for lunch, again, I'll teach you how much you should be having of your protein. Your salad, you can have a big bowl of salad.
So the salad, but not so much protein. Yeah. Okay.
You'll probably find you're having too much protein.
Okay. Yeah.
But we'll have a look at that next. I'll show you how to measure properly. and we'll see if that's the case. Afternoon tea you probably find that you should have, otherwise it's a big way between lunch and dinner.
Yep.
So the idea is the more regularly you eat, your metabolism keeps burning. So it's better to keep eating on a regular basis than wait
But just not so much.
So if you wait over, you should be eating every 3 to 4 hours roughly to keep your metabolism going. And for tea, your normal dinner of your meat and your veggies and stuff is really good. Just watch the amount of potatoes you have. But sweet potato and pumpkin are a good alternative to potatoes. And you vary your meat and your chicken up, which is really nice. Your other option is for lunch, sometimes you could have fish or tuna or something rather than chicken, so you're not having so much chicken. And supper's pretty good. 1 biscuit's a couple of nights a week isn't going to hurt. So what I'll give you some websites to look at, which will give you some recipes and some good ideas. There's a good one, it's a diabetic website, but their recipes are very healthy for you, and it shows you the calories you can have and shows you how much protein and carbs and fats are in there too. The sugar content is as well. And it makes for a family meal, not just. So if there's only one of you at home, you portion them out into 4 meals, and you could freeze 3 of them, which is a bit of like meal prepping there. The other one that I really like is the Taste website. They have a lot of nice recipes again, and they also show you how many calories, proteins and fats and stuff are in their food too. With Taste, so you will have to watch. Some of the foods are bad, but others are good. So your salads and stuff are really nice, and again, we'll just watch how much fats and proteins are in each meal, and that'll be good. Do you have any questions?
No. I think we'll just start on this and then. Yeah.
So, the next few questions I need to ask are just to make sure that your body is operating how it should. So, what's your digestive function like? Like, how many times do you go to the toilet a day?
No, very regular.
You're very regular?
Yeah, I'll go of a morning and of a night, afternoon.
Yeah? And you don't find any foods upset you?
Some do, some, yeah.
Have you figured out what they are, or?
No, not really. No. Oh, I guess like some foods like mushrooms or that sort of stuff. Yeah, that tends. I love mushrooms, but it just tends to upset my tummy a little bit. I guess it just makes everything a little bit looser. Some spicy foods. Not that I don't eat a lot of spicy food, and that's probably why. That sort of makes you feel a bit, yeah.
Now, what would you say your stress is like? Are you a very stressed out
No,
person?
I'm not a stressed out person.
No, you're yawning right now.
No, I'm very relaxed, yeah.
You don't find work stresses you out or anything? No? And how long do you sleep?
Well, generally 9:30 till 5:30, so what's that, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 hours a night.
That's beautiful. And you don't wake up, toss or turn or anything?
No, I might have to get up to go to the toilet. Other than that, no, I go back to sleep. I don't have any problems sleeping.
That's good.
Good sleeper.
Good. If you sleep 8 hours every night, you don't toss or turn or find it hard to fall asleep, then that's signs you're also a very relaxed person as well.
Mm.
I think though we might have to send you to a doctor regarding how you react to your food, so we can, maybe you're allergic to something, so they might be able to do further testing to see if you are allergic to something.
Mm.
But
Yeah, well, some foods, actually, now you've said that, I mean, some foods, and I haven't really pinpointed it, sometimes I feel a little bit bloated. Yeah.
The other thing we might look at too is for you to do a food diary. So write down what time you eat,
Yep.
what you've eaten, how much of it, and then if you find that you do get bloated or something, write it down, because then when you do go to the doctor, and I can look over it as well, we might be able to find there's actually a trigger there. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If the doctor can't find anything, then I might send you to a dietitian further down the track, and we'll work together to see if there is any symptoms as well. But I think to start with, we might do this food diary, and then that way as well, you can track what you're eating as well.
So weigh it out and...
Yeah, weigh it out. So you use cup sizes and measuring scales and stuff as well. But I'll email you with all that information and those websites I was just talking about. And then if you have any questions, you can email me back as well.
Yep.
Do you have any questions with the doctor?
No.
No? Do you have a doctor in town? Or?
Yes, yeah, I have a doctor. So, yeah.
When you see the doctor, just tell them I sent you, and that I just want them to check if you do have allergies to anything, or if they think you may have an allergy. And then let me know what they say at their next consultation. Regarding this though, I think we may have to I'll see you next week, regarding that way you would have seen the doctor by then, and we would have had your food diary on check, and so I can monitor you, and we'll measure you next week as well.
Okay. So what's a good weight loss per week?
Probably about 1 kilo a week would be a nice starter. Regarding your exercise though, do you go to a class or do you do your own thing?
I've just started going to a class.
You have?
Yeah. Yep.
So on the 3 days that you go there, what would you do?
It's like a circuit class, so there'll be weights, there'll be a bit of cardio, and you more or less go at your own
pace.
Yes.
So what we might also do is look at, on those off days, walking, and you have the weekend off. To start with, that gives you 5 days, even if it's only a half-hour walk. That way we can get you started into a routine. Do you have any questions about exercise, or you?
No. The lady I go to is pretty good, so.
Okay. I think we're done, so I'll see you same time next week.
Yep, and we'll do measurements and do you want me to start a food diary now?
I'd start it as soon as you leave here.
Okay.
And I will email you with those website links and
some tips and
some tips on measurement, cup sizes and all that stuff as well.
Yep.
Are you happy?
Yes. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jacob.